Well, most all you boys have rode horses like that. He wasn't too thin, but he never got fat. He was the old breed. Had a mustache on the lip. He was high at the withers and low at the hip. His ears always up. He had wicked bright eyes. And don't you forget he was plenty cow-wise. His ears and his fets and his pasterns was black. And a stripe of the same ran the length of his back. Cold mornings he'd buck and a lust he would kick. That's no hoss for a kid or a man that was sick. But Lord, what a bundle of muscle and bone. As a hoss for a cowboy, that little blue roan. For afternoon work or for handling a herd, he could turn anything but a lizard or bird. And for roping outside, how that cuss could move out, he was to 'em, before they knowed what 'twas about. And running downhill didn't faze him at all. He was like a buck goat, and he never did fall. Well, one day in the foothills, he gave me a break, and he saved me from making an awful mistake. I was riding along at a slow, easy pace, taking stock of the critters that used in that place, when I spied a big heifer without any brand. How the boys ever missed her, I don't understand, for none of the stock in this country was wild. It was just like taking candy away from a child. She never knew what I had on my mind till I bedded her down on the end of my twine and wrapped up her toes with an old hogging string and was building a fire to heat up my ring. I figured, you see, I was there all alone till I happened to notice that little blue roan. That hoss, he was using his eyes and his ears. And I figured right now there was somebody near. He seemed to be watching a bunch of pinon, and I sure took a hint from that little blue roan. So instead of my brand, well, I run on another. And I used the same brand that was on the calf's mother. I branded her right and pulled her up by her tail with a kick in the rump for to make the brute sail. I'd branded her proper, marked both her ears, when out of the pinons 2 cowmen appears. They both turned the critter and took a good look, while I wrote down the brand in my old tally book. And there was nothing to do, so they rode up and spoke, and we all 3 sat down for a sociable smoke, which the one on the critter I'd happened to brand, he thanked me, of course. We grinned and shook hands, which he mightn't have done if he'd only had known the warning I'd got from that little blue roan. Take off. Pushing horns weren't as easy as the movies said it was. And I don't recall no dance hall girls or hotel rooms with rugs. You worked hard and tired and nasty, rode your pony's head too low. And there were all the nights you couldn't sleep, 'cause it was too damn cold, and you'd sing Strawberry Roan at a Little Joe. Like the time we hit the river and the rains began to fall, and the water was rising so damn fast, you know, we thought it drowned us all. And we lost a lot of steers that day and 4 or 5 good mounts. But when all the boys rode into camp, we knew that's what counts. And we'd sing Yippee-Ti-Yi-Hey and Amazing Grace. For the night they broke behind us, and it took us by surprise. Well, I whistled out to Bonner, I seen the terror in his eyes. And he rode for all his horse would ride, and I know he done his best. But he crossed over Jordan, riding Dunny to his death. And we sang, bringing in the sheaves and the rugged cross. So when you see the cowboy, he's not ragged by his choice. He never meant to bow them legs or put that gravel in his voice. He's just chasing what he really loves and what's burning in his soul. He's wishing to God that he'd been born 100 years ago, still singing Strawberry Roan at a Little Joe, still singing Strawberry Roan Hey, we're the Salt Plain Drifters, and we thank you for your time. Let's have some fireworks. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
They're all getting up to go to the bathroom at the same time. Woo!